everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to a load of a Liverpool news show for you guys tonight. 3 stories in particular for you guys tonight. Not really stories, but I thought I'd bring them to you anyway. Of course, the first part of the show, we will be talking about Thiago Alcantara and, of course, that Manchester United game. And oh, what a brilliant game it was, wasn't it? I cannot wait to speak about that. Anyway, we'll also be speaking about a potential signing for Liverpool anyway in the likes of Aberdeen's right back Calvin Ramsay. We'll also be taking a quick look at his stats and so on this season. And of course, as you can see as well by the thumbnail and the title, Liverpool's home kit for next season has now had a date put on it. The launch of the kit is now upon us, so we will speak a little bit about that as well. But as you can see, I'm joined by a very special guest, and that's Mr. Jack Materclass. Jack, how you doing, mate?
Not too bad, mate. Thank you very much for having me on. And I had to come on. We've got to discuss that man in Liverpool's midfield. What a player, what a baller. And certain people out there were questioning his ability on a football pitch. Come on. But thank you very much for having me on, mate. And hopefully everyone at home is having a lovely night, morning, wherever you are in the world, Reds.
Absolutely. I think like a big third of the portion of viewers of the last month has been from Asia. So, thank you very much for tuning in. I will say for that. So I do very much appreciate it. Anyway, but you already said it, mate. Let's get straight into it. Of course, Thiago Alcantara's masterclass against Manchester United. Of course, probably the best time ever to be a Liverpool fan in terms of, success on and off the pitch. And then you look at that Manchester United side, and we all know how bad it is. Of course, them today announcing that Ten Hag is now their official manager for next season. It might be a one-season thing. We don't know with Manchester United anyway. But, Jack, looking back at that game, I know, me and you, we spoke to plenty of Manchester United fans, and they were at best hoping for a draw and hoping, they would show up practically to the game and the historic side of it between Liverpool and Manchester United. Of course, we said on our post-match show, Hannibal, the young teenager, came on and acted like it was, Liverpool, Manchester United. But the way that Thiago, just run the show on that, I haven't seen a midfield performance as good as that. I would say probably maybe ever at Liverpool, apart from maybe Stevie G. Back in the day. But yeah, what's your thoughts on, first of all, the game itself, and of course Thiago's performance?
Yeah, it was I was going to say phenomenal, but it was as we expected, especially going to this Manchester United game. I think all of us have seen on Match of the Day a couple of times how poor this Manchester United team has been this season, regardless of whoever is in that hot seat at United. They're always, it's the attitude, really, the attitude levels, which is quite remarkable when you're speaking about a Premier League, like any Premier League level player, even League One or League Two player. You'd probably get more out of them in terms of their output and that attitude and how they very much apply themselves on a football pitch. But that's the current state in which Manchester United do find themselves in. They've got a lot of characters within that changing room, really. That you just can't really be asked, can they, to very much do the basic fundamentals of football, closing down your man, at least give it a go, even if you are against better opposition. The one thing that you should be banking on as a fan, if you're a United fan, is that the players give something to the shirt. United, as much as we dislike them, still a massive football club, but they are where Liverpool were pre-Jurgen Klopp and for a very long time in terms of the wilderness, really, in terms of, I think for years, Liverpool football, especially you, mate, we in our age group really grew up watching Ferguson win title after title, very much wrecked our childhoods, but we're wrecking his retirement. So that's all good and proper, but they're an absolute mess, and long may it continue, mate, because it's quite embarrassing, some of the players that play for Manchester United. But we still had a job to do at the weekend, and we very much done that, mate. We rocked up to Anfield, probably played in first or second gear, and we've saved a lot of energy And obviously, hopefully, we more or less look like we survived any potential injury scares, because we all know how difficult those games can be. As we see in the young lad Hannibal, probably wasn't even a good performance. It was the fact that he come on and just started kicking people.
Yeah.
That's the level in which these Man United fans they just want, and it was probably one of the worst cameos I've seen all season from a player just coming on kicking players. That's what it's come to now. But yeah, phenomenal, mate. And obviously Thiago, which we'll speak about tonight, and everyone already in the chat. As Data's already alluded to there, Thiago is on a different level to the Premier League, and he's 100% right. And as you said there, he made it look like he had just turned up for like a Sunday League game with us fans.
Yeah.
It was like us playing against him, really, because even he was pissing himself when he come off with Jurgen Klopp. He was covering his mouth. He's like, I didn't know you were this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you run out of superlatives, really. We knew the player that we were all buying from Bayern Munich, and it was quite harsh from obviously opposition fans, but and certain people outside of Liverpool to question this lad's ability. He's a seasoned professional. He's won countless European, especially on his international stage for Spain as well, domestically and everything. He's won everything that he possibly can. And his little cameo at obviously Barcelona as well. He was on the bench for when they did win the Champions League. And especially that time period in which Barcelona were very great. You're not a great midfielder, and you don't get the ability to stay at that great Barcelona side at that period in time if you weren't too bad of a footballer. So it's great to see he's getting the run of games that we all hoped and wished for. We spoke about Alisson already this season, and we made, and obviously the big performances in recent weeks. But Thiago will be 100% instrumental, especially if we can hopefully progress past Villarreal in the Champions League, whether it be City or most importantly Real Madrid. If it is, Thiago will be so key, especially when you are coming against the elite midfielders, in which Madrid do offer, and most importantly Manchester City as well. Here's that difference in terms of the midfield. Liverpool have not got a player in this midfield currently, apart from Thiago and possibly Naby Keita, that can kind of turn a game on its head and dictate the play and the ebb and flow of a game. He's like the conductor of an orchestra, really. He signals, the whole team runs through his speed. If he wants to speed it up, he can. But it's the drop of the shoulder I love, mate. It's the typical Spanish-esque midfielder, as I said. He come from the Barcelona. Well, he didn't come from there, but he played in the Barcelona academy at that age as well. The tiki-taka, he knows he's different gravy, as everyone says.
Yeah. Well, no, it is, and I absolutely agree with you. It's the fact that, like, well, Gary Neville said it perfectly when he did I think they did do the Sky Sports podcast after it. He took the piss. He took the piss out of Manchester United, and he did it all game long. And he rolled past people. He made challenges, was the first person there to intercept the ball as soon as he lost it. It was tremendous. I think 96 pass accuracy as well, percentage anyway. It's unbelievable from Thiago, and he is, as we do like to say, different gravy. Big up, guys. Hope you're both well. Hello, John. Hopefully on a fantastic day, mate. I think the Thiago performance was one of the best individual performances in Liverpool's history. He is up there with the Liverpool greats. Yeah, it's just a shame that we haven't had him earlier, because I would have loved him to have been here for even longer than we have. But I'll happily take it while we've got him at the club, of course. Evening Reds, Eric at the wheel. They are so shite. It's unbelievable. Yeah, of course. Well, for Manchester United already, I think I said this to Jack off camera, but Steve McLaren apparently was going to join to Eric Ten Hag's team, and now United
Wally with the brolly.
it.
Go on. Wally with the brolly. If you think the banter there, Man United couldn't get any better, well, imagine if he got the job in the assistant dugout. There was a couple of months, a good year time at Anfield. He sat there in the technical area, getting absolutely slapped up 6-0 at Anfield with his brolly, and it's absolute pissing down. rain in Anfield.
I love it. The 1882 Reds podcast. Hello,
I
lads. Hello, Luke. Hopefully on a fantastic day. Of course, I will, of course, be in that dinosaur suit. That's a little secret for you guys.
Yes. For Pickford. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, maybe. But you guys will find that out soon anyway, of course. But Helen's in as well, saying evening, beautiful Reds as well. And Jeannie saying evening, Helen, and Owen as well. I think that's meant to say Luke, to be fair. Anyway, but you look at it though, Jack, and the fact that as well, Manchester United fans, and rightfully so, I think, have gone on about how poor that United side was, and we've just gone on about how Liverpool practically took the piss at Manchester United. And I think and like Jamie Carragher said, Liverpool have had very, very poor teams in the past. We've had plenty of times where Liverpool have been challenging for 8th in the league and so on, and we always turned up for games like that. And it's the fact that I don't think I've ever seen a Liverpool side, even at Old Trafford or at Anfield, has ever played like that before. And I think that's a worrying, and this is the team and the squad, by the way, that many people thought at the start of the year would stop Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. And, look at it. And it's laughable. Me and you, we always joke about it. All the BBC and Sky pundits were predicting Manchester United to, break into, that gap of, Liverpool and City. And now you look at it, and it's laughable. It's truly, truly laughable. But how far would you say that United squad is away from, even challenging the likes of Liverpool, City, and Chelsea?
Newcastle have got to be up there as well, mate. They will be up there in the next 5-10 years, especially if it's post Eddie Howe in the next couple of years. If their projection in terms, obviously, as a club, in terms of their ambitions, they will have very lofty ambitions. They will be wanting at least Champions League football in the next 4 or 5 years. So what is obviously their ownership at the club currently? It's for me, I look at it about 5-10 years. 10 years max, even. We, as I said at the top of the show, mates, Liverpool fans at certain moments, and we were in denial. We thought we were a big club at that time, and we were nowhere on a level of Manchester United. As much as we tried and hoped to think, we had like the Gerrards, Torres, the list goes on, the Mascherano's, but we didn't have a current crop in which this current Liverpool side has got, or the Manchester City side as well. And obviously Arsenal, they'll always be the pretenders, really. I don't think they'll ever win anything. Well, they might win the old FA Cup and that, but in terms of the structure of the Arsenal Football Club, it's not really that one of an ambition of a Newcastle, Liverpool, or City, or Manchester United. Obviously, they've got ambitions and the fans will want that, but the foundations in which they have got at the club, they're not going to be up there for me. I don't. If I was a player around world football, I had the option to go, obviously, the likes of Bayern Munich, to Real Madrid, to Liverpool's, the Cities. You're not going to go to Arsenal, and you're currently not going to go to Manchester United. The only reason players would potentially go to Manchester United would be money, and we've seen that over the last couple of years. That's why Ronaldo went back, because Juventus wanted shop of him really quite quick. You only have to listen to obviously the Juventus players, but it's the characters. You look at Manchester United's squad now; it's all money. Don't get me wrong, Sancho probably went there with the ambition of obviously becoming a great Manchester United player, but Man United, similar to Liverpool, when we used to offer, was it 120, 150 grand to the Jovanovic of this world, and
Yeah.
we were there, we were throwing money because we were that desperate at certain players, and you're like, now we're speaking from experience, we're there now, we're at the top level of European football. We weren't there all the time, but it's going to be a 5-10 year period, I think, for me, mate. Charlotte, let us know. For me, it's 10 years.
Yeah, no, I to be honest with you, I think it's going to be longer. And I think you've hit the nail on the head there with Newcastle as well. Not something I even thought about was Newcastle. because they're going to have.
Because they will eventually be there, mate.
Yeah, no, of course they will.
And it's going to be annoying. Like us, we'll have to fend off another city, won't we? If we are going to, hopefully, it's going to be so much harder for like teams, and there probably will be more ownerships getting bought out because the Premier League is such an enticing. If you're a business owner, like if you're a multi-billionaire, and you had like when you've got that amount of money, you don't. It's money means nothing. It's about what your brands you represent in terms of your businesses, and if you can rock up to like your millionaire casino like mates and all that. Oh yeah, I've got this team in my portfolio, and show off to like their mates. But it's going to be mad.
Well, it's the other thing as well. I'm thinking about money is Chelsea as well, because reports today suggesting that that they've got about like 6 offers on the table for the club, and it's all in the billions supposedly. And it's it's interesting who's going to take over that as well. But guys, let us know your thoughts anyway in the comment section down below. Data's asked, will Ronaldo be too embarrassed to stay at United after the behaviour of the United fans? We wasn't really going to talk about this because, of course, it was a touchy subject. But of course, Liverpool have come out with a statement about certain Manchester United fans.
Yeah, quite right, mate. Quite rightly, the club. There's journos out there that have stayed quiet for the last 24 hours, and big media organisations. Sky have not said a peep. BT and not that I expect it because it's run by Rupert Murdoch, who obviously we know what businesses he owns. So you don't.
It's the fact that it's the fact that and not normal fans would do what Liverpool did, and the compassion that Liverpool showed for Cristiano Ronaldo, and then in the space of 20 minutes, you get that reaction from. And look, it's not every United fan. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a small section either. I've seen plenty of people on Twitter going, "It's a small minority of people." It wasn't everyone, but it was a huge number of people.
Away section. My dad was at the ground as well, and it was clear as day. It was as clear as crystal clear. And the fact that Sky, the hours after it with the Gary Neville podcast, I understand you don't want to talk about it, but at least acknowledge it and condemn the fans that done it. Because Liverpool had it with, obviously, quite rightly, because the song about Billy Gilmore and the Chelsea stuff, we were condemned quite rightly as a football club. But it's like if Liverpool do something bad, everyone lambasts us, and then no one says a word about any or the other clubs. But it's how it's always been, Con. Especially being from Liverpool, people, the hatred, even to Trent, it annoys people outside of Liverpool that Trent is as good as he is because he's a Scouser. People can't deal with him being a local lad and being one of the best right backs in world football. And he plays for Liverpool. Long may it's the bitterness.
No, I know. We spoke about it off camera. To be fair, wasn't going to mention anything, but of course, like it says at the bottom, but that justice for the 97, and go fuck yourself to all of those United fans as well. Helen says Thiago was a beast in that midfield, pinging balls all over Anfield. It was a joy to see it. Mitchell says at least 4 seasons. Hello, Mitch, as well. Hopefully you're on a fantastic day, my friend. Let me scroll back up because there is more comments. Mitch also says, I think Newcastle will be top 8 next season as well. I think it massively again depends on, because there is rumours that St. Maximin is looking to be going.
I'd be getting rid of him as well, mate. The video at the weekend, he was like, it was when Ronaldo comes straight into the Prem, wasn't it? And I think pretty sure Fergie told him just sod that off, mate. I'm pretty sure like a couple of weeks, everyone was just crunching into Ronaldo within the first couple of years when he comes to the Prem, and then he stopped doing that. But I think it's going to take a couple of crunching tackles for St. Maximin to stop doing because it's bad enough seeing someone do that on Sunday League pitch. They get their legs cleared out, mate.
Well, it's like the was it the South African Football League where someone does that and then just given a straight yellow card, then it happened again, and then they give him a red card. It's like that would be funny if we saw that in the Prem, but of course it would never ever happen. A World Cup final for Everton on Saturday. Yes, it's the Premier League decider, European final decider. Everything lies on that Merseyside derby for the
So
Everton.
we stop Liverpool winning the league title.
Yeah,
trophy.
which in secret is how many are we going to batter them by on the weekend anyway. Man United is also an attractive proposition for those who want to have their names down in history as the players who turned them back into a top club. Well, if you look at their list today, like every single Ajax player is on the transfer list now. Supposedly, if you listen to United fans.
Getting Daily Blind back. Okay, now he was already at the club anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah, so that's true. Bruno is massively overrated. Harry Maguire is better.
I think they all are. All the Man United players are overrated. They think that the mega superstars, you have to get paid a lot of money, but they don't put the effort in. The only probably person that puts the effort in is Cristiano Ronaldo because he's won a load of Ballon d'Ors. And he's probably first in, last out, even at the age of 37.
Well, even David De Gea, I would say, is up there as well. Because he was the one who showed the most passion on the pitch before anyone. But I'll leave that photo there for anyone if you want to watch it. Want to see it anyway. To be fair, sorry, 10 United fans watching that. Not worried about Newcastle, lad, says 1892. Hi Colin and Jack. United are shite. Ten Hag has a 20-year project. He will fail. Yeah, absolutely. Nuche, Jack.
No, you can tell. Data, I know you can tell you don't watch my videos, can't you? Like, I've had this for about a year and a half. But later, flat. No.
I'm not going to say anything. Big difference between Newcastle and City. Newcastle have always been always being a big club. Yeah, no, exactly. But it's the money now on top of it, isn't it? Now, with Newcastle as well. Idiots in every fan base. We've chanted.
100%.
Yeah, no, exactly, 100%. Just got to point it out and hope people realise it's not right. I absolutely agree with you 100% on that, Mitch.
Yeah.
All right, lads. Hope you are well. Looking forward to getting the new shirt next month. Also, Thiago is the best midfielder in the world. Absolutely. Andrew, I'm looking to see Thiago on the back of that shirt next year. Anyway, thanks for that. Big up, guys. Hello, Jay. Hope you had a fantastic day. Apparently, there has been
horrible news. Then.
Yeah, there was horrible news for that, and yeah, of course, we absolutely condemn that. And it's the fact that as well that like the news broke, and it was like everyone was like, "Well,
I didn't even look at Twitter because I know."
Yeah, I was watching Sky Sports News, and it was just like, "Well, what's happened then?" And it's like, thankfully everyone is fine and okay, and that. But hi everyone in the chat as well, and Diego's in as well, saying evening as well. But let's get on then to a potential Liverpool signing. Yes, Liverpool are reportedly interested in Aberdeen's right back Calvin Ramsey. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't hear anything about him until yesterday.
What do you mean, Con? I thought you'd watched all of Aberdeen's games.
Oh yeah, of course.
You're an expert, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Watching a highlight clip of him.
Definitely don't know where they are in the Scottish Premiership at all. Anyway, but Christian Falk did tweet out saying, "True, Jurgen Klopp is interested in Calvin Ramsey as a backup for Trent Alexander-Arnold." Now, of course, do take that with a little pinch of salt. Mitchell, for God's sake. Take that for the two of us. Take that for the two of us.
Yeah. Hang on, can we just get Christian Falk's pictured up again? Hang on.
Oh no.
What's he wearing? I know my fashion sense is probably the worst out there on YouTube, but like, has he got like a?
Is it a Union? Is it a Union Jack?
Is that a Union Jack onesie or something?
I haven't got a clue. But that's unbelievable.
And then the lady reporter is wearing some mad. You wouldn't miss it.
We're not going to talk about this. I'm not getting banned. Go away. But yeah,
Whoa!
Liverpool are reportedly very interested in Calvin Ramsey anyway. But of course, we do have, well, Trent Alexander-Arnold, best right back in the world. Of course, Neco Williams and Conor Bradley as well. So you would think that one of them would be going in the summer. Of course, Trent isn't going to be going anywhere at all. But Jack, do you think that with the news of this and the, all the leaks that have apparently been, suggested that Jurgen Klopp has been scouting him for a few years, and so forth, as we've seen with Ben Doak as well, young Scottish international that, well, does seem to be, very high on Klopp's list as well to bring in. And of course, he will be in the summer as well. But do you think that someone like a Neco Williams will be going out, especially, to like a Fulham that got promoted in this, what was it, midweek as well?
Yeah, 100%, mate. I think we will see more or less crystal as clear as day, mate, in terms of Neco. He's done quite well, from judging from all the goals he's bloody scored. And you see, he scored just bloody screaming, or he's got an assist, and it's made up to see that he's thriving at a Fulham. I think it was difficult. It would have been difficult for anyone being the backup to Trent, because we know, as we said, Trent is probably up there one of the best. Well, he is the best right back in world football for the modern day full back anyway. It would have been difficult for any young player coming through and you're in the shadow of Trent. But if you are, obviously, Calvin Ramsey, I'm not going to sit here and say I've watched every single Aberdeen game. I haven't even watched highlights. Obviously, I just know he plays full-back, really, in terms of if Jurgen Klopp or the recruitment process of Michael Edwards or Julian Ward as well, they think that he's got potential to come in and give Liverpool that competition. I think that's what we need, mate. Especially if we can bring in, if he is on, say, the similar level to Costas, in terms of him coming in, and Ramsey, if he does come in and we can play him in the League Cup or the FA Cup, and he takes to the team, implements very well, and he doesn't need that much time implementing into 12 philosophy in terms of play, then fantastic, mate, because it just allows Trent, because realistically we need to play in every single high-profile game, don't we? Because there's no other option really, a fullback, especially down that right-hand side. So that's why we've seen Gomez coming in. I think ideally Gomez isn't a right back. You think about, even though we've done very well when we played Forest, but in an ideal scenario and situation, Gomez is a centre half by trade, and tactically, if you're playing Bayern Munich or whoever next season or a couple of years' time, you're not going to be seeing Gomez bomb down that right-hand flank. You need someone, i.e. Ramsey or whoever, in the next couple of years to come in, implement into the squad and have that ability to really come up, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think looking at his stats earlier on, he does tend to make 2 key passes per game, and that is reportedly what is a very, very strong side to his game, is that he's very, very good on the ball, takes corners for Aberdeen all the time, apparently, when he plays. And if we take a quick look at his stats, anyway, over on the football, not the football market, Jesus Christ, the transfer market, sorry. I have to get all my markets right. Anyway, but as you can see, the Scottish Premiership, oh, never mind. 31 games in all competitions this season, 1 goal, 9 assists so far this season.
Bloody hell.
Can play right back and right mid as well. I think he mostly plays right mid for Scotland, though, to be fair. And he did pick up a hamstring injury, in the middle of the season, but the majority of his assists in the league anyway has come at the start of the year. Only got 1 in his last few starts anyway for Aberdeen so far. So, look, if we can have someone that is on, quality on the ball and can, deliver, because I think that's what Liverpool, when Trent isn't there, and like you just said, mate, when we've got, when we've got Joe Gomez though, or even Neco Williams, you look at it and there is that gap there where maybe a player should be like Trent, 2 yards further up the pitch, and you can tell that Liverpool are missing that at times. But if Calvin Ramsey can come in and act like that, and of course still have plenty of time to mature and learn off Trent and all the rest, like you said, like Costas as well, of course, first choice was Jamal Lewis a few years back. Second choice was Costas, and he's done tremendously well with joining the club as well. And it looks like as well would be a very low fee as well.
How old has he come? Is he
18? He's 18.
Oh, bloody hell, 18 sound, and even younger
Yeah.
than, and say potentially Trent's 23, 24 now. Obviously Trent will be expected to be the first team right back for the next 10 years, as he will, as if it all goes well, and then it'd be an amazing understudy if you can get a player of that profile and especially that age. And I think judging from the reports before we come on, mate, he was linked with a couple of Bundesliga teams, was it right? A couple of Bundesliga teams have expressed an interest. I don't know what the club was. The window just gone. But I think a club wants to sign him in January for around about £4.5 million, wasn't it? But it's good that he stayed there, and because there's nothing worse than if you're a young player and you're getting first team football and then moving to another club, i.e., regardless in around Europe, and then it just stagnates your progression as a player. Really does. So all the best to him, mate. And if he doesn't come to Liverpool, or if he does, I think he's still got a bright future, especially getting 9 assists for an 18-year-old, regardless of whatever league you are in. 8-9 assists in a season. There's not many players that can do that, especially for a modern day fullback now. But he's got a bright future if he continues those stats wise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, stats, the new channel, Statman. We already have Statman, Steve, as well. So we didn't need any more Statman channels, to be fair. But yeah, transfer market does have him valued just under £1 million as well. So there's potential there, but. Of course, it is just rumors and whispers at the minute, nothing concrete. Of course, Christian Falk, suggesting that Jurgen Klopp is interested in signing him. But then Christian Falk did also say that Timo Werner was going to be a guaranteed Liverpool signing. So, of course, do take it with a pinch of salt anyway. But let's get into a few of your comments as well. And let us know, guys, as well, of course, with Neco Williams, be looking to move on in the summer. We all know this. But would you prefer someone to become a youth a youth prospect, or would you want someone a little bit more experienced around the 26-27 mark, somewhere around there? Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Anyway, Luke says, looks like both of your uniforms for Saturday, lads. Thank you, Luke. That's not going to happen. Liverpool need a midfielder, says Gary. Aberdeen used to be so good, they are slumped so badly, and a really shite club.
Well, plus, yeah, lad, I wouldn't go that quite. Not on the level of Man United, though. Aberdeen have won a European Cup, haven't they? I'm pretty sure. Probably more European trophies than a certain club in Manchester.
Looks like a jockey in the Grand National, says Mitch.
Whoa, I know I'm small, lad, but come on.
Shample, says Gary. That green was very bright. Very, says
I definitely couldn't wear that. I couldn't pull it off.
Nelson, pick up, mate. Just subscribe to you. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Helen says, do you think Neco has a future with LFC, or he's going to Fulham for good? I think
he's going to Fulham for good, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think the fact that we've wrapped up the Carvalho deal, it'd be a bit naughty if Liverpool went, yeah, good, we'll have him back. But Nico was a sweetener. I think all of us, when we were doing obviously when we were on everyone's shows, when we were like all in full agreements, after the meltdown on January, everyone was going, oh, why have we not done it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
sweet.
It was so good because Luis Diaz was done and dusted, and I was like, oh, we have a new amazing player in Luis Diaz, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, but Liverpool are also going after Carvalho, and everyone's like, oh my god, the whole window it depends on this player.
What a waste! We just wasted. It's like no,
we've wasted the whole transfer deadline day by not getting this player. And we've let go of Neco Williams, and oh my god, people on Twitter are assholes. I swear to God, I truly believe City will drop points against Villa on the last day of the season. We just need to keep banging goals in.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Luke says Neco will be a Fulham player permanently in the summer. Yeah, 100%. Should Keita have seen red on Tuesday? No, I don't think so. It's the stamp in it, but it wasn't really a stamp. It's where I can't remember who it was. He slid in for a tackle, and while Naby's gone down to get onto the ball, he's stood on his ankle.
Yeah, it's a massive no, Helen. You're a red, aren't you? So just even if you're having conversations or like with it, just let your bitterness through the supporting the Reds just shine. Just like no.
Well, Luke says Kate should have. Yeah.
Luke, I'm not coming on your show on Saturday then, lads. If you keep on that, I give you a red card.
Aberdeen Fan TV, for God's sake, what have you started? Well, look, we'll give you week in, week out reports of Aberdeen's footy over the next couple of weeks. Anyway, Neko looks settled at Fulham. Would be a good move for him. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what I said. Jared Bowen would be a great signing. Says Gary.
Is that his brother, Gary? I'll have him as well if he wants.
It's just like it's the Spider-Man meme where it's just like you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Jurgen Klopp would be all over Haddon, especially if he's that good. If he's half as good as Jared, like.
Yeah, no, that's true. It used to be Aberdeen, Rangers, Celtic, Dundee, United, probably before you were born, Jack, says Helen.
Oh yeah, I remember then, Helen.
Back in the
back in the 70s.
Jack's back in the 70s, so yeah, this is true. To be fair, Kaya should have gone, lad, says Luke. No, he shouldn't have. Luke, you can get in the bin. Carry on, Jack. You will get. This is right.
Unless you're dropping me off, Luke, you can pick me up and then drop me off.
Look, like, hey, like Jack could literally become friends with Ryan Reynolds if he wanted to.
You wouldn't even have a clue what I'm saying, mate. You'd be like, well, translator, please.
Yeah. See you Sunday, Jack, lads. 10-0 Reds, says John as well, and Typo says Gary as well. No, Gary already messaged, to be fair. But go on.
I was going to say, after titles, I type everyone. You've probably you've spelled it wrong, Jack. Anyway, so sounds. It's all right. Anyway,
that's true. But moving on then to the final part of the show, anyway, and that is that Liverpool's 2023-23 home kit has been revealed or launched anyway. The leaks of it has been revealed anyway. Of course, if you guys are looking for any website, of course this isn't sponsored or anything, but if you guys are looking for any website for some leaks on kits, football boots or balls, go away. I'm not doing that. Footyheadlines.com is the best place to go. If Footy Headlines,
why have you not got a sponsor, lads? You give them a shout out now. We should be getting sponsors.
Cause I know, right? It's just a shame they don't know.
Just click, put it on TikTok, sponsor now.
For God's sake. But yes, footyheadlines.com if you guys want to go and check them out. Anyway, they are probably the best thing about football kits. Of course, you guys should have seen anyway by now. The Liverpool home kit for next season. If you guys haven't, there it is in the flesh. That is the replica version. It isn't the player version of it. The player version will be more detailed, like it is every single season. With Nike anyway. That, yeah, I think it's going back to 2004-05. I think it is anyway. But as you can see, Liverpool, the Liverpool 2023-23 home kit will be already launched on May 5th, 2022. It is being released to Nike.com members on May 5th, while general release it will be May 19th. This may change though, as they have been before. Last year, Liverpool's 21-22 home kit was released on May 20th. Anyway, but it does see, going on another report they did have anyway, it does seem that this will be the date that the kit will get. Well, practically you could pre-order the kit then. But Jack, I've already got your thoughts on the kit. It apparently looks very, very boring.
Like, people get paid thousands of pounds to do those kit designs, guys. I think we could do a better job on paint or something. But yeah, like if you want any inspiration, like just give us a shout out. We'll probably do a bit. Like, even if like it's that ridge, get that picture up again now, please. Like, it's the ridge I don't like. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Like, if it was just all the same like colour, I don't get why they've got like that panel on the shoulders by the looks of it. Like, do like the
like here,
yeah, like just why? It's like someone's like not knitted, but like obviously sewn it together. Like, No.
That's about
Oh yeah.
image.
That just looks cheap. That.
It's two different colors, isn't it, of red, and it doesn't
Yeah.
look good together. That's the worst point about it. But yeah, that's the back of it anyway. But it is meant to be inspired by the 2004-2005 Liverpool kit. But to be honest, I think the Liverpool 2004-2005 kit does look better than that anyway. But yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts anyway in the comment section down below, or if you're watching on TikTok anyway, let us know as well. In the chat as well. Let us know as well who you'll be getting on the back of the shirt as well, because I know many people will be looking forward to the unboxings. I think I've done it the last 2 years.
You need to reach out. LFC, if you're watching, sort the kit idea out first, boys and girls. But give Connor, he's giving you for the advertisement for the Reds as well.
I've done it the last 2 years.
Yeah, come on.
It's Nike though, isn't it? Like, unless I have a blue tick on my name, it will never ever happen.
They're not giving me one because I've just slagged it off outside. I'm in the mud. But Connor will give you 10 stars and he'll tell everyone, yeah.
No. Liverpool 15-0 as well. It looks plain. Yeah, no, it is very plain. It looks like a normal t-shirt, not a football shirt, says Helen anyway. Lol says Gary. More like pajamas, says Tater, as well. Looks like it was made on Microsoft Paint.
It does.
I like that. Yeah, no, it does. And Lol says 19 to 1963 as well. I think that's Data as well. But yeah, no, it does. To be fair, I think both the away kit and the third kit look tremendously better.
They do that on purpose, I think, because the away kit and the third kit are more expensive. I think.
Yeah.
It's but I can understand from a marketing strategy point of view. Intentionally, you make it worse to make. Like, I don't know, unless you've got something planned for the year after, you're like an absolute mental home kit. But LFC, if you're watching, anyone, please stock the away kit and the home kit. Whole point of getting Nike was so the distribution from around the world, everyone can get the kits. I know supply and demand is very hefty when you support Liverpool Football Club, but it's Nike. Get them to get the stock in. And I don't. It was absolute carnage for the away shirt this season. It sold out. Like I understand, obviously,
well,
the away kit, but
I remember. Like I pre-ordered straight away, but I remember me, you, Mickey, and I think Alfie and that were in Liverpool, and we searched everywhere, didn't we, for the away kit? And the only thing they had was I think like kid sizes, and it's like it should be a whole load should go out, and then you should literally next day it should just be there. And it's mad. Anyway, I will try and see if I can find an away kit, but I think you guys should know anyway. Just go over to our TikTok or Twitter, and it should be there anyway. But of course, the other big thing as well is the fact that the font for, I think this might, if you're a kit person like myself, like the Liverpool font has been changed as well for next season. Let me quickly get there it is.
Christ, what's this gonna look like?
That it's changed to like a little bit of like orange 3D, if you want to thingy that.
It looks like the Egypt national team kit. Is this to keep Salah at the club? I watched every single AFCON of Egypt. That looks like this. Yeah, it's to keep Mel with the club. If we need to do this, then sounds.
Well, that's the old one. That's
obviously.
Well, that's obviously this season's font, and then of course, that is next season's font. Anyway, but
that's sending me head west. That
it's weird. It's very, very weird, and it changes like every 6 years for some reason. I don't know why. I think the last time it changed was back in 2016. I think it was. So yeah, if we win Champions Leagues and cups in it, I'm happy.
I was going to say we could play a dishcloth or something, and the Reds would still be winning everything. Like we more or less do, don't we? In the yellow kit, the Mackey's kit. So we've rocked up to the Atletico Madrid and battered them in a tea towel. So it sounds already.
Yeah, no, that is true. Anyway, let's have a look anyway of what you guys are saying before we do head off. How much are they charging for it? 75.
More, Helen. It'd be more into the excess 100 plus.
Yeah, so the one more detailed will be like 110 quid, I think, this year anyway. which is outrageous for a footy kit. To be fair, I'm definitely getting that shirt, lads, with Thiago on it. I don't care whether I get UCL badges or Premier League badges. Well, we could win all of it, so you'd have to get all of them saying winners on it. Maybe, I don't know. That is shite, says Gary. And Andrew says, what the hell? It looks like the Egypt kit, definitely a sign that we want Salah to stay. Well, if that's a part of Mo's contract, I'll be more than happy to have it anyway. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's show. Anyway, big, massive thank you to Jack Mack as well. We will be live at 9 o'clock over on Jack's channel for an Everton preview as well. So if you guys want to go and check us out over on there, then please.
One, boys.
Please go and do so, because we're going to actually batter the Ev on Sunday. Of course, tomorrow we'll have the preview show on this channel. Anyway, it will be 9 o'clock tomorrow, as always. But yeah, I've got that comment back up, and I didn't want to. But yeah, guys, please head over to Jack Mack at LFC.
Cheers for having me on, lad. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure, my friend. And of course, guys, if you're new around here and viewing us for the first time, if you could please leave a like, share, and subscribe. Very much appreciated as always. But the next time, guys, is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cup Council. I'll see you all later on. Ta-ra.